Good boy. Good boy, Chester. Good boy.
So all these, there's I think 5 calves, and they're all, the oldest one's probably 10 days old. All born in the last 2 weeks or 10 days. That's a female, a yearling female. You call that a heifer. This is great. This is actually the most I've seen of calves yet. I see they can really run. This is cattail down. Other kinds of plants work too, but this is a very good one for it. It falls in that fluff and it smolders and gets bigger until it can ignite the tinder. This is cedar bark. It's all that's all cattail, but this fresh cattail is kind of nice for it helps the coal smolder. Every time you make a fire, the bowl gets deeper and the shape changes. That chamber has to go just right to the center of the bowl, basically. And everybody here could do this. It just takes practice. But each thing has to be just right or it doesn't work. You know, you just maybe get some smoke, but you don't get a fire. And actually this chamber right here, it's a little narrower than I like them to be. It's better if they're just a little bit wider. But if they're too wide, the coal falls apart. It doesn't stick together. If they're too narrow, they don't get enough oxygen. So I'm just gonna try to widen that a little bit. You can make this work wherever wood grows. You can make this work, but every kind of wood is different. Some are much better than others. Basically what you're looking for is the softest kind of wood you can find in the area that you're in. You don't want to use hard wood for the drill or the board because you're using friction to create the coal dust. And the harder the wood is, the more difficult it is to create the friction. So you want soft wood. Around here we usually use poplar, which in the States we call aspen, and cedar, cottonwood, things like that. And usually you use a piece of wood for your top piece to hold your drill, a hard piece of wood like birch or oak for your top. I learned this from a Chumash man, the coastal people of California. They'd find a stone like that on the beach. An organism called a mollusk eats the hole out of the rock, and it makes a great top piece for your drill because there's not much friction, doesn't wear out, and they'd find stones like that and they'd have it in their fire kit. So you want to have the arch of your foot right near the bowl. And your this knee out of the way so you can take long strokes with your bow. And you want to keep your bow parallel to the ground or it'll climb up the drill. You have to have your drill tight in the bow. And you want the rope down kind of low like that. You have to have your wrist and your shin locked against your I mean your wrist and your hand locked against your shin like that. If your hand's out here like this, it won't work. So I'll spin this and it'll start to smoke. And when I get a coal, I'll stop, take it off, blow on it. Slowly the coal gets bigger, then it ignites. Once the coal's going like that, you don't have to hurry. It's just smoldering in there and getting bigger. That's it. That's my idea.
video and some photos that we took. It was pretty cool. They had a couple of other attractions there, which we did not do, which I'm okay with. They had like a little alpine coaster, and they had a swing where you can you know, maybe other people would be okay with it. But yeah, so we've had an interesting couple of days already. We've only got one more day left here in the Canadian Rockies, and it's been a great trip so far. Wouldn't you say, honey?
Yeah, it's been very nice. A good reset from everything. I've enjoyed it.
It's a little drizzly right now, as y'all can see. My ears are popping again. But the views have been amazing, and the people up here have been really, really nice. We've met a lot of different people from a lot of different places and countries. And then the other thing we did this morning was we went to a buffalo farm, which was awesome. We got to meet a bull named Chester Jr., which again we can show some pictures of. And we got to meet some of the baby calves, and they were really, really cute. And we learned a lot about buffalo, and we learned a lot about how to make a fire in a traditional indigenous people style. So that was kind of cool too. So, but yeah, just kind of letting y'all take in the views a little bit with us as we head back down to Banff. We've got about an hour and a half drive back down at 100 kilometers an hour maximum. So it will take us a little bit. We're just enjoying the view and enjoying our time together. You grab a button. Hi, sweetie. Gotta get some behind you of how steep it is.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. What's up, guys? Wife of Chu here. We are going down the Banff gondola. Some really breathtaking views. Like
Yeah.
crazy.
You know, earlier we couldn't really record. We were stuck with an Aussie couple.
They were nice.
They were cool. But now on the way back, it's just us two. So figured we vlog a little bit, show you the view. Had lunch. Lunch was okay. Leave it at that. So it wasn't bad, but the view up there was nice. As you
Get ready
guys,
to get a hit.
Oof. I'd say that's probably the halfway mark. So, well, actually, no, I don't think that's the halfway mark at all. There's plenty more still. But this is a great view of basically the whole town of Banff. We see the Bow Lake right there.
Mm-hmm.
From the far distance on there, I guess from the middle of your screen, I think that may be Lake Louise, or that could be Lake Minnewanka, not sure.
Or it could be Tujac.
Or it could be Tujac, that's true.
It's hard to tell. But
Yeah.
you can see the Banff, the resort in that bottom toward the left-hand corner. And then the really pretty blue water you see, like you said, is Bow River that leads into Bow Lake.
That's the water we drink from.
Yep. You can still see there's snow up on the mountains. It's rather cold up here.
Yeah, it was probably a 5 to 10 degree difference from below.
Yeah. Oh, my ears are popping back down.
Yeah.
We're a little over 7,000 feet up. So this is a journey down.
Yeah, now we're gonna probably pack up a little bit, and then our final thing of this trip is going to take a tour of Lake Minnewanka. That'll be
On the water.
On the water. So we'll be doing that hopefully and enjoying that. So figure we talk to y'all for a little bit longer before we wrap things up.
Hello, bighorn sheep. I don't think I can turn around. Oh my god.
They're going around you. There's the other one. Holy shit. Look at the horns on that one.
Oh, zoom out. Zoom out, zoom out.
I did.
Okay.
I'm recording. We are here on the lake, Lake Minnewanka, as we await our boat ride. As you saw, we saw some sheep,
Bighorn sheep.
bighorn sheep. Taking in some views. It's very peaceful out here.
To talk about them a little bit more here on this tour, they utilized a lot of Lake Minnewanka's resources for their survival, including the lodgepole pine trees, but not just the wood or the bark to create their teepees, but also the pine needles themselves. They found if they were feeling really, really sick, they could make a pine needle tea, which, when they drank it, they would feel way, way better. Now that's because one handful of those pine needles has the same amount of vitamin C as about 3 oranges. That is a lot of vitamin C in it. And what was the sickness going around back in the day where you lacked a lot of vitamin C? Scurvy, exactly, the pirate's disease. So they create various soups, stews, and teas. Rock. Ooh. No, it's not that interesting. But what is interesting is that this rock is called limestone. Calcium carbonate, a very popular mineral used in the production of cement. Now, a lesser known attribute about limestone is its ability to hold heat. If you were to take a rock like this, put it into a fire for about an hour, and then remove it, it'll continue to holding the heat from that fire for 4 hours. A really long time. So, what the Stony people would do is they would travel along the shorelines and gather as many limestones as they could hold. Then, when they were satisfied, they would head back to their camp, start a fire. They would then place the rocks into the fire. And as the stones were heating up, they would dig another really big hole beside the fire, which they would line with an animal hide, usually from a sheep or a bison. Then, after about an hour, they would transfer the rocks into the hole, and then finally walk on down to Lake Minnewanka, gather some water, and pour the water into the hole. Now you all seem really smart. What do you think happened when they poured the water into the hole? It would steam, it would boil. Exactly. So, if I just gathered my lake water and my hot rock, something magical may happen. Try to pay close attention here. Oh, yeah, it begins to steam. I got a lot of your attention. Yes, and you can see how quickly the water is evaporating from the top of the rock right here. Yeah, it's real hot. And if I put my ear up to the bowl, the water's beginning to boil. Yeah. We'll see if it has enough energy for one more here. Oh, yeah. Did there could be a magic portion to this? Well, you were wrong. Yes. So, this isn't rocket science, everybody. It's only rock science, so it's all good. And this is how the Stoney Nakoda would create their various soups, stews, and teas. And this is 1. I'll be honest, I wasn't counting. But it's pretty nice, right? Just hearing the